Have you ever been in a situation where one small thing completely changed everything? Well, that's exactly what happened to the culture of an entire nation when a famous person uttered just 18 words. And all it took was one whisper. It all started in the early 1980s when the leader of a major political party was invited to speak at the annual conference of a large, well-established company. This was a big deal because this company had been around for over 100 years and had a very strong influence on the government. So when the leader of the opposition got up on stage to give his speech, he decided to use this opportunity to attack one of the company's biggest clients, the government. He called them corrupt and said that they were only interested in one thing: getting more money out of the people. This speech went on for about 20 minutes and the crowd loved it. They cheered and applauded at all the right moments, and by the end, the leader of the opposition felt like he had really connected with them. However, after the speech, he was pulled aside by one of the company's executives, who told him that while the speech was well received, there was one part that they didn't appreciate. When asked to elaborate, the executive said that the part where he called the government corrupt and only interested in money was a bit much, and they would have preferred if he had included that in his speech. The leader of the opposition was taken aback. He couldn't believe that anyone would not support his attack on the government, especially someone from such a prestigious company. But he knew that if he wanted to keep their support, he had to do something. So he apologized for the speech and promised that it would never happen again. From that day on, the leader of the opposition never criticized the government in front of business leaders again. In fact, he went out of his way to praise them, even though he didn't agree with them. And this caused a massive shift in the culture of his party. Those 18 words had been a turning point. It was the first time in a long time that someone had stood up to the government and called them out on their corruption. And by doing so, he had inspired a lot of people, including the people in the audience that day. By apologizing for those words, he had effectively silenced a generation of critics and set back the cause of justice and equality for everyone. So what can we learn from this story? Well, sometimes it takes just one person with a lot of courage to start a movement, and all it takes is one whisper to change everything. But unfortunately, most people are not willing to pay the price for speaking out. They would rather stay silent and let the corrupt people in power continue to do what they are doing.